It is the Flow Friday Night Sports Show, and let's check out North Central Netball now. Obviously, no action on the court last weekend. People went off and did all kinds of things, and Supermum joins me on the line right now. She braved Melbourne with a couple of rugrats. Oh, she's probably glad that netball's back. Hello, Jenna Allen. How are you?
I'm good. I am Supermum. I'll claim that. I'll happily take that on. Jason, thank you. I've ticked all sorts of mum points, and I'm feeling good. Took all three kids to Melbourne for a weekend. And, yeah.
Now you were telling me your story off air. Do you mind if we tell it on air? Because we've got a little bit of leeway, given that we've only got games to preview and not to review. But I believe you were in Supermum mode, deciding to take the kids to Disney on Ice, and may have ran into a bit of a traffic jam of sorts. Is that right?
We did. It was a bit scary, but we. On a tram, and I was thinking, I used to live in Melbourne, I can do this, so I'm, fully capable of this, but two kids, no pram, and on a tram with footy traffic and Disney princesses running around everywhere, and we ended up right in the middle of an abortion protest, and it was intense. Very intense. So I had some pretty interesting questions from my very inquisitive 5-year-old that I was not prepared for. I did not think I would be asked those sorts of questions on that day. But we were heading more towards Disney-flavoured questions and songs and stuff. But anyway, it was a very interesting. I was glad it was on the way there and not on the way home.
At least Disney on Ice would have taken their minds off of it, I guess. But wow, can you believe that? Whose idea was it to stop the trams right in front of the abortion rally? I mean, you're in a tram. Just go through them.
Well, we couldn't get through, which was all a bit scary. So we literally got off, and it was right in the middle of it all. And just an interesting mix of people. You've got the footy crowd, which I was a little bit tempted to jump into, but the footy crowd, as I said, Disney princesses running around everywhere, and some very aggressive people with microphones and fake blood, which was really interesting. But anyway, I miss elements of Melbourne, but the congestion, and it made me very, very relieved when I got back sort of across the city threshold. It's good to be there, but it's good to be home.
Thank goodness you're back in Witchy, right?
Yes, safely back there in the bubble in Witchy. And like I said, feeling very grateful. You can always go and visit Melbourne, but I like the fresh air, and I like what living in a country town is. Very, very good. Very safe.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, I'm sorry you had to go through that, but put the cape on. Get the kids out of there, off to Disney on Ice, Supermum mode activated.
Yes, definitely. We've got to take the wins when we can, and just back to normal life, cleaning up on the way home, car sickness. That was fun. So more mum points. But anyway, we've done some stuff in school holidays, so feeling good about that.
I hope Ladies' Day's coming up soon, Witcher-proof, because I reckon Supermum might need a weekend off. And
I think I'm just going to create one. I don't know.
Little handball over to Ricky. Here you go. And
definitely. I think so.
Well, you mentioned about taking the wins when they come. Let's hope they come this week for you guys. Big game against Bort.
Oh, I hope so. Geez, I hope so. We're very, very keen. Very keen. We feel like we really missed an opportunity against D-Lake before the bye. It was ours for the taking, and just one of those days where we just didn't turn up, and we weren't sort of playing as a unit, I suppose. We were sort of, very focused on. We reflected at training this week about, just playing, focusing too much on our individual game when we really need to be working as a unit. Netball's very much a team sport, and we've all got to play our part. So looking to, put out a solid 60 minutes of good, hard team netball this weekend.
Well, let's hope you can, because Bort are right for the picking. I think they've lost a couple on the trot now. They certainly were beaten by Charlton in round 10, and I think in round 9 they had a tough one as well against Birchip, who knocked them off. So maybe an opportunity for 3 in a row for teams below them to beat them.
Yeah, definitely. I think they had a few changes, had a few rotations, a couple of girls in and out. So there's potentially some inconsistency there. and just positional changes over the last few weeks. And as you say, once you do cop a few losses like that, and particularly an unexpected one like Birchip, I think the competition sort of blew itself a little bit wide open with that. And then Birchip having been beaten the week after by Donald by 1 goal. So very much sort of gives everyone a breath of fresh air that anything can happen on the right day. You've just got to take your opportunity.
All right, well, I'm going to back you in this week at home. I reckon you're a chance to beat them. We'll see how you go. They're ripe for the picking, I reckon, the Boort crew.
I think so. Georgia Sheen's always really sharp. She's got young Izzy Coote in at goals who's playing some really nice netball as well. So, and defensively, they've got a couple of girls coming back from having had babies recently. So fitness is always a thing that will build. So I think it's going to be really important for our shooters to make sure they really assert themselves.
Yep. Good luck. Let's have a look now at the remaining A-grade games. Wedderburn at home. Sea Lake Nandaly, here we go. This should be an interesting test for them. They were good enough to beat you guys by 6 goals last start, but this is a whole entirely new proposition.
Yeah, yep. So they've got Wedderburn, and they're...
Just for people's memories too, you may remember their last start, Wedderburn. They piled on 106 goals. So they're going okay, Wedderburn. Let's just put it that way.
Well, I do have it on our story that Wedderburn may be missing a couple of key players this weekend due to seeking or chasing some fun elsewhere. So potentially a bit of a mix-up for Wedderburn's side this weekend. So it will be really interesting to see whether Sea Lake can throw something out there that will really upset the apple cart there and can cause a massive upset, that would be. Personally, I'd be pretty heartbroken. But, anything can happen. But I think, so like with a different Wedderburn side than what we've potentially seen, there is possibly an opportunity there. I don't know. Sort of depends what Sea Lake are willing to do.
All right. Well, we'll check that one out. Birchip Watcham, St Arnaud at Birchip in the purple zone there. St Arnaud will come. They got 31 goals in their last game against Wedderburn. Unfortunately, we mentioned they had 106 against, but 31-4. Now, that's, I think, maybe the first or second time, I reckon, this year they've gone above 30. Let's see if they can go above 30 again.
I hope so. I hope they can, and I think they should be able to. Birchip will miss a couple of girls, one key player in particular heading overseas for a bit of a holiday. So there's every chance that, and again, one positional change in netball can drastically change, how the confidence that you go in with and how that continues throughout the rest of the game. So if St Arnaud can sort of play their cards right and put out some good netball for a start, they may be able to get a bit of a run on, hopefully, and hopefully, they can really contest Birchip. But I feel like Maddie Marks is playing some terrific netball for Birchip, and they keep her in that goal position and keep rewarding their really talented defenders, particularly Hannah Cook, then I think Birchip will be far too strong.
And it was the first time for the year that they went above 31 goals in that game against Wedderburn St Arnaud, so that's an improvement at the very least.
They were due, and I'm wrapped for them. So keep it up, St Arnaud.
Yep. Charlton and Donald. At Charlton is the last match of the round to talk about. Should be an interesting game, but, you would think on the strength of the season so far that, the obvious one there will be Charlton to get the job done at home.
Yeah, but I don't know. I worry about Donald. They're a real roughie. I think this could be another upset. I think Donald might win 2 in a row. I don't know. I just have a feeling after seeing the positioning changes that Charlton made against Boort, I feel like, again, there's just been they've had a couple of changes. They've had a couple of injuries. They've managed them really well, and their coach, Erin McGurk, is doing some really great things with some relatively a group of young netballers, and she's bringing a lot of their confidence and experience to them, and they're really coming through for her. So, but in terms of Donald, they've got the experience on court, so if it does get close, I think the likes of Sarah Adams is really pushing her young girls in that A-grade team to get the most out of those real pressure point situations, and they're playing some really, really terrific netball. So I think it'll be a really great game. but I'm not so confident. I think Carlton will win, but I think it'll be very, very close.
Yeah, I agree. So should be a cracking round anyway. Round 11 of matches in North Central Netball. Jenna, anything else for us to wrap up with?
We have this weekend. We had a couple of girls get tested out of our league last weekend. I'll announce those when and if we get proper confirmation that all going well. It means that they've gotten their badges. But this weekend we've got a big day of testing in Witchy. So we've got 3 Witchy girls going for their badge and 1 Boort girl going for a badge. And terrific to see our umpires progressing through that process and taking it on and getting themselves accredited, because we're really struggling for umpires across the board, across Victoria. It's a real struggle to get quality umpires. So we're thrilled to see some young umpires and really wanting to apply themselves to developing their umpiring skills. So good luck to everyone who is badging or testing or being mentored. It's a hard slog, but it's well worthwhile.
Excellent. Good luck to them. Let's hope that they all get the badges that they're attempting to get, and we'll check in with you next week and see how they went, and see, more importantly, how you guys went there at Witcher-Proof Narraport. Good luck.
Thank you. I think we'll need it. That we'll be gung-ho. Look out, Boort and Georgia and her girls.
Good on you, mate. We'll catch you next week.
Thank you. See ya.